Do you like fireworks? Do you like critical hits? Do you like to channel your inner cat? Well, this is an awesome weapon and set that you can make in MHRise, where you are going to be doing crits literally for days. Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter, and there's another weapon in this game that I'm really enjoying that I want to show off to you guys, and that is the dual blades called the Raging Claws. First off, the design is amazing. It's literally claws that you use on your hands to claw and scratch at monsters. Now, on paper, it looks kind of interesting, but there's some hidden tricks to this weapon that I think might make it a little overlooked. So it's a 190 attack with very little blue and a lot of green and 10 paralysis, minus 10 affinity and a slot. It doesn't look that fantastic, right? I mean, it's got good attack, but really bad sharpness. Where this thing really shines is its rampage skill. So if we look over here, its rampage skills, it has a unique one called the Helion mode. What that one does is attacking in demon mode turns every attack into a critical hit, but also doubles sharpness degradation. Well, we know ways to get past that now, don't we? So let me go over and show you how to make these things, and then I'll show you off how awesome they are. So I am going to be hiding my screen in order to get rid of spoilers, so hopefully you guys can understand that. But the first one we have is the Feline Claws 1. This is going to take a Feline Fur Ruby, so you will have to be high rank before you can make these things, and I'm going to show you where you can get that, and also these paw print stamps. It is at the mercy of RNG, so it may take you a while to collect all the parts for this, but trust me, it's worth it. The next upgrade over here is going to take some Tobi Kadachi Claw Pluses and Barioth Claws, buddy tickets you get just for throwing in your buddies at the dojo and letting them train, so you should be able to get those without any problem. And then the final form here takes the Gauss Harad Claw Pluses, Omniplegia Sax, it's from a Volvidon. Go ahead and capture it and defeat it, and you should be able to get a bunch of those. And paw print stamps, you need another 5. So yeah, again, it's going to take some time. So the first and most important thing to go over now is where to get the Feline Fur Ruby. Paw print stamps are pretty obvious where you get those things. You just go over to your small monsters. Let me show you that. And you've got your felines. They have a 14% chance, whether it's high or low, doesn't matter. And the Melanix also is a 20% chance. So again, mercy of the RNG, but go ahead and find out where these guys are and defeat them, and you'll eventually get the paw print stamps. So I'm going to go over to the high rank expedition for the shrine just so I can show you. There is a junk pile in every single map. There's only one, but inside the junk pile is where you can find the gem. Okay, so in order to find junk piles, if you really want, just hold down the minus button to get your map, press X to go to the item list, hit L to tab over, and you'll see junk pile, and you hit A there and you can see where it is on the map. So it's right above the 3. So let's go ahead and head over there. Now, while the chances are still very low, there is a feline in this field here that you can defeat and hopefully get a paw print from. Here he is. There might actually be a second one in here as well. I can't recall, but oh, there he is. Of course, there's only 14% chance from these guys, so, you know, don't get your hopes up. You gonna leave me something or what? Ooh, wow. It's the first time I ever got lucky on camera. Riding my doggy. Okay, we're going to head straight up the vines here. This will lead us to the junk pile. Now, there are some Melanix, I hope I'm not butchering that name, that we go ahead and defeat first because, again, they might give us paw prints. I think your buddies will take care of the rest of these guys. Oh wow, we got a second one. Let's get this guy as well, shall we? Getting very lucky today. It took me about 20 minutes to get my final paw print yesterday. And round acorn. So, what we want to do is go to the junk pile, which is right back here. This is usually just filled with like large barrels and small barrels in low rank, but in high rank you can get the ruby. There we go, the feline for a ruby. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but I do notice that I get these things quite often when I search for the piles. So I don't think it's going to be as hard as getting the paw prints. So now that we have our weapon, let me show you off what makes these things so good. My advice is when you're in the training room, hit the wait command because things can get quite hectic with your buddies also attacking. So you may be wondering yourself right now, we have double degradation when we put on the rampage skill for this weapon, which means we're going to eat through sharpness very fast, and that is indeed true. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So this is just our normal one. Of course, we want to be in demon mode, so it's decent attack. It's got paralysis. When we go into demon, though, absolutely everything is a critical attack. It's so good. One of the things I do like to do with this weapon is to put on the aerial jump. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do. So let me show you how that looks. You just hit forward in A, and you do this vault. Very nice. So this is us just sort of no armor, just going in and whapping at the monster. If you notice, we are with green. So your first inclination may be to make a bludgeoning set with this weapon, which indeed you can. And it is a fun set to make as well. So let me show you what that might look like. So if you see here, we have a critical boost level 3 because we always have critical hits. Razor sharp, just so we can keep our sharpness as long as we can. Mind's eye, which is nice. Bludgeoner, speed sharpening. I put free meal for the heck of it. And you can certainly do this. And this will allow you to do a lot more damage because critical boost will always proc, meaning you are getting 1.4 times damage on everything. So let's see what this looks like. Let me actually hit the head this time. Yeah, so that's delicious. That's good damage right there. And you're going to be in green for quite some time with this setup because of the razor sharp. So even though you're eating through your sharpness twice as fast, it's halved most of the time thanks to razor sharp. So definitely one way to do it, and I definitely love Mind's Eye. It's a fun way to run the weapon. But where this weapon really shines is there's one little trick you can do here. So let me get back here. So let me go over to Manage Equipment and just show you what happens when we put on a single piece of armor with Handicraft level 1. Let's go over to our Hunter S, which has Handicraft level 1. And if we look at our equipment info, you'll notice this thing goes up to white sharpness with just one level of Handicraft. So you know what we're going to be doing with that, of course. Protective polish. So this is the set I'm using right now. Don't think that the sets are really set in stone. Have fun, experiment. The only thing you want to make sure you have is Protective Polish level 3 and Speed Sharpening level 3 and as much crit boost as you can get. Now, I've not been lucky, so I do not have a Protective Polish level 2 charm. So unfortunately, I cannot get Critical Boost level 3 on here without sacrificing a bunch. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Honestly, the game is not that hard where these things matter so much. But I'm using the Death Stench head, which gives me Protective Polish, and I slotted in Attack. It's Waist, which is Protective Polish, Maximum Might, and I put in 2 things of Stun Resistance. I am using, I believe, the Hunter S for the chest. It's Attack Boost 1 in Handicraft, and I put in Speed Sharpening. And, of course, I'm using the Rajang Boots. Make sure I don't have any spoilers here. There we go. The Rajang Boots, which give critical boost level 2. My decoration here is just a Protective Polish level 1 with a bunch of slots. So I put in Speed Sharpening and some Resistance for the heck of it. So this is where the fun really begins, because now we have 90 seconds of pure white sharpness. All we got to do is just sharpen once, which is very easy to do when you have a dog with you. Go into demon mode, and now watch this. I do hope you like fireworks. I have not found a way to reduce the amount of effects. I tried that option where it says like reduce hit effects. It doesn't really seem to make a huge difference for this weapon. But this is just fantastic. You're just clawing at the monster, doing tons of damage. You are going to get the paralysis to probably proc about 2 times each hunt, which is fantastic. One of the things I like to pair this with is the switch skill for the aerial, so you can just jump forward like this and do lots of hits and lots of damage. And of course, you can mix this in with stuff like the kunai here and get in a bunch of hits as well. Yeah. So this thing is really fun. If you have a really fun set, you could mix this in with stuff like Marathon Runner or whatever. I don't have a lot of stamina, obviously, now because I'm in the training room. But 100% crits, guys, this is just too much fun to do. I've been using this on a lot of hunts, especially online. It can get a little hectic with all the hit effects, but I guarantee people will appreciate the paralysis. Anyways, I do hope you guys check out this weapon. It's one of my favorite to use in this game. It looks absolutely hilarious, and it's very functional. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below if you have some fun sets that use these weapons as well, or if there's any other joke weapons that are real actual sleeper hits, let me know as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy clawing.